Hi, it's Scot Bertram, host of the Radio Free Hillsdale Hour, here to wish you a happy Thanksgiving in this special, brief edition of the Radio Free Hillsdale Hour. We'll be joined by Bill Gray, Chief Marketing Officer at Hillsdale College. We'll talk a bit about Thanksgiving here at Hillsdale and how Hillsdale College might fit into your plans for Giving Tuesday. Bill, thanks so much for being here.
It's great to see you, Scott. I'm happy to be here.
People might have seen your name in emails they have received in their inbox, but they haven't heard your voice.
Yeah.
And they don't know your story. So who's Bill Gray, and how did you become Chief Marketing Officer here at Hillsdale? Why does the college mean something to you?
The college means a lot to me, Scott. It's a place where I grew so much when I was a student here. I came here in 97, graduated from the college in 2001. I majored in English, minored in biology, started out as pre-med and got bit by the liberal arts bug and never looked back.
That's where the money is.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
it's English majors in the world.
Yeah.
If you're an English major out there and you think you can't make it, I'm living proof about that. So anyway, the college helped me with that. It also helped me with just learning who I was as a person, what I cared about. College is also the place I met my wife, although we didn't get married until after college. And it's been the place where I've been able to build a career for the last 11 years or so. And it's just a very special place. So I'm really excited to talk to you about it. And I've been blessed to serve as Chief Marketing Officer for about 2 years now. Before that, I did marketing. I've worked in fundraising, as you mentioned. And yeah, I send a lot of email, but I always tell people, I always read the emails as they get sent out. And I love it when people write back. We love hearing from our audience and from our donors, especially because they're the ones that make this place tick.
Talking today a little about Thanksgiving at the college and also about Giving Tuesday, which is coming up after the show is available.
It's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Yes, Tuesday after. Every day around Thanksgiving has its own name.
Right.
And so we have Giving Tuesday coming up.
Yep.
And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. I wanted to give people a flavor of what Thanksgiving is like here at Hillsdale College. What is it like around here as a student, which you were previously, and now as an employee here at Hillsdale?
Sure. I think for students, it's just a welcome break from the hard work of studying, of writing papers, of getting ready for finals. Because after Thanksgiving break, students really come back and they just hit it hard because there's only a couple of weeks, I think.
It's a week and a half, essentially.
Yeah, it just flies by. So this is kind of the last deep breath before taking the plunge into finals and all the work that goes into it. So it's a quiet time on campus. There's a lot of folks that are away. As a student here, actually grew up in California, Southern California, and so many times I wouldn't go home for Thanksgiving because it was just a little too short. And I think that's common around here too, is you get a chance to go to other places in the Midwest or drive home with a friend and spend Thanksgiving there. And it's just a great experience as a student to be with other families, see other ways of celebrating this great American holiday. As a staff member and as faculty member for you, I'm sure it's also nice to have a break. We get a few days off. We get a chance to spend time with our families, and that's really important to the culture and to the work here at the college.
Thanksgiving is a big deal. There's a special page at hillsdale.edu/Thanksgiving 2023. We'll talk more about that in a minute. How does the Thanksgiving holiday fit into the college's mission? Why do we make it such a big thing?
Well, Dr. Arnn explains this more eloquently than I could. And actually, when you go to that page that you mentioned, you'll be able to see a video from him talking about Thanksgiving. He says it's his favorite holiday. And I think one of the reasons I love it so much is it is really a distinctly American holiday. It was established by, I think, George Washington. I could be wrong about that, so edit this out if that's wrong.
Well, you're an English major.
Yeah. I mean, not a history major. But the idea of the Pilgrims being here, of trying to make it in this country, which is a harsh and unforgiving place, and then having help from the Native Americans who helped them to learn how to grow food, and then having this chance to celebrate the harvest was really just an amazing, special kind of a story. And as far as I know, there aren't other countries that celebrate a holiday like this. And I think it's become this opportunity to take a moment, be thankful for the blessings that we have that we didn't make necessarily, and also hopefully reflect on those blessings and how we can share those with other people.
On that webpage, hillsdale.edu/Thanksgiving 2023 is a message from Dr. Arnn, our president here at Hillsdale. There's also a prayer from Reverend Adam Rick, who's part of our faculty and also the chaplain here at Hillsdale College. And then proclamations from both President Washington and President Madison are on that page as well.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We wanted to try to give folks, when they go to that page, the chance to hear from Dr. Arnn. It's always good to hear him talk, and you can hear him on all the different shows that we have on the podcast network, especially the Larry Arnn Show, but Hillsdale Dialogues, he's all over the place. So always great to hear from him. Always great to then also reflect on the history of Thanksgiving, to read those proclamations, and then as you read them, reflect on the blessings that we have of freedom and liberty in this country. You know, those great men helped establish this place, this country, not this college. The college itself is really focused on being a place that reveres our founding principles, that teaches them, and that teaches the history of these great men. And reading the proclamations is a chance to not just reflect on our blessings, but also on the blessings of liberty that we enjoy as Americans.
Every year, and by the way, we're talking with Bill Gray, Chief Marketing Officer here at Hillsdale College. We'll talk a bit about Giving Tuesday here in a minute. Every fall, when the new term begins, it's just a tradition at this point, I have this Facebook post that goes up, and it is a time to reflect on how lucky I am to work here and do what I do at Hillsdale. Because people ask all the time, what's it like at Hillsdale? Because as we often say, you don't come here unless you mean to be here. It's not off a highway. It's not at the side of the road. You have to intentionally come to Hillsdale. So people, what's it like? And I always say the best answer I give is, it's exactly how you picture it in every way.
Yeah.
And that goes from the students involved here to the campus, and especially faculty and colleagues who are outstanding to a person. And so I have this post every August, every September that goes up and says, it's amazing that I get to do this another year. This will be it'll be 8 years in January I've been here to do this sort of thing. And that's the kind of reflection that also pops up here around Thanksgiving. You know, what are you lucky to have in your life? What are you thankful for? And I think about the college itself. What are we thankful for here at Hillsdale that we take time to think about around this time of the year?
Yeah. I think one of the things, Scott, that we're thankful for is just for all the folks that are listening to this podcast right now or that learn from the college. We have lots of people, lots and lots, more than I ever thought possible, who look to the college to learn from the college through things like Imprimis, through our online courses, through our K-12 efforts of helping to found and start schools all over the country. And there's just a lot of people who look to Hillsdale to learn from us, and we are extremely grateful and blessed to have the opportunity to teach people things that are, I think it was Matthew Arnold that said, the highest and best things. We sometimes use the shorthand, the good, the true, and the beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's a really cool thing to be a part of an effort that is so dedicated to that kind of work. So that's something we're thankful for. I'm extremely thankful to work at a place, like you said, that we have colleagues that are really gathered around a common mission and in a common noble purpose. Like, that's something that I don't take for granted. I didn't just come to Hillsdale right after graduation. I spent time working and learning about marketing because I'm an English major again. We'll just put that out there. But the idea that we have colleagues that are excellent at what they do, that are here for a reason. It starts with Dr. Arnn at the top, and it goes down from there. It's really an awesome place to be. And then I think in terms of what we're thankful for as a college, we have been extraordinarily blessed by lots and lots of people giving generously to the college, their hard-earned treasure. And it's just a huge blessing and a responsibility for all the folks that give to the college. We take that very seriously. You know, I love to say in my emails, we don't take one penny, not one penny of government support, of taxpayer money, even the indirect money like student loans and grants. And it's really the private support of all these thousands and thousands of people that give us the opportunity, you and me, to do our jobs and to have students come and learn on campus, but also to teach people through online courses and have all the different programs we do, have Imprimis. Those are all privately funded, and it's the generosity of literally tens of thousands of people that make it possible, and we are extremely grateful for them.
Yeah, Giving Tuesday is coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I love this idea of the trust that we have with people who are taking in our podcasts or online courses or our visit campus. And it goes both ways. So we have to trust as a college, as an institution, that the things that we produce, there will be an appetite for. That people will want to take our online courses, that people will want to listen to our podcasts or visit our events across the country, and then that they will be supportive of them.
That's right.
In both their time and money, right? And in the other direction, people have to trust us that we're going to tell them the truth, that we're going to be honest with them, and that we will be good stewards of both their time and their money that they choose to give to us.
That's right.
And that's a great sense of trust, of community that we have with people who, again, probably have never even been in Hillsdale County here in Michigan.
Right. Yeah, it's an amazing thing. And whenever I talk to other folks that work at other colleges or nonprofits, a lot of folks will just assume like, oh, your alumni must be very supportive, or you must have a lot of alumni. And I'll tell them, well, no, most of the support comes from folks that have never set foot on campus, that probably have never been to a Hillsdale event, and they're reaching out and offering their support because they believe in something that the college represents. And Dr. Arnn likes to talk about duties and responsibilities that come with things that you're entrusted. Mm-hmm. If you're entrusted with these resources, you have to do your best to do right by them. And one of the things we do, as you mentioned, all those like outreaches, the podcast network and online courses and everything else, we do a lot of this for free. We do it because it's part of the mission to teach all who wish to learn. And we do it trusting that people will find it valuable and that people will support it. And Imprimis is probably our oldest kind of large-scale outreach. It started back in the 70s with a few thousand people. It was free then, it's free now, and it's always going to be free for as long as we can produce and print that thing. But if you think about it on its face, it's kind of a crazy idea to send out literally millions of pieces of paper mail, do that for free, and do it on the regular, and yet the college, as Dr. Arnn likes to say, we're still going to have college in the fall. Mm-hmm. We're able to do that. And we try to make it free because we hope that people will learn from it. And the relationship between a professor and a student, I mean, you're a professor, you know how special it is. If we feel like we can teach someone something, even if they can't give back to us, but they are grateful to us and they kind of give us their attention, like that's important too. I mean, people's time is maybe the most valuable thing they have. And we have people that watch our online courses, literally thousands, tens of thousands of hours spent watching our courses. And that's just an amazing thing to me.
Giving Tuesday is around the corner as this podcast is being released. It was, Thanksgiving Thursday, and then we have Black Friday.
Right.
Black Friday, I used to work morning radio, by the way, and Black Friday was the only day of the year there was traffic when I left for work to do the morning show. It was
What time did you have to leave in the morning?
I left usually just before 4 in the morning.
That's really early.
Because the shift started at 5, and you do a lot of your prep the day before, but then... So I never saw any cars except on Black Friday when people were heading out for the sales on Friday morning. Yep. So Black Friday, and then of course Cyber Monday began once the internet began to take over some commerce, and then it seemed a few years after that, I don't know, 5-6 years after Cyber Monday was branded, we had the Giving Tuesday pop up as I don't know, a counter necessarily, but a way to augment the consumer spending that had been going on the past few days. What's Giving Tuesday about in your mind?
Well, I mean, you did a good job of summarizing kind of how it came to be. You forgot Small Business Saturday, Scott.
I did. But yes, that's another event.
It's another one of those things. Hard to keep up. I think Giving Tuesday was something that was created in order to take people's focus off of the crass commercialism that happens around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and some people have Cyber Week even, and give back to the causes that you believe in, to things that need help to survive, to keep going. And so Giving Tuesday is an important day for many nonprofits, including Hillsdale College. It usually marks the kickoff of the kind of calendar year end giving season. It's an opportunity to reach out to people and invite them to support the college, which is what I hope people listening to this will do. And we've got a number of different things we've got planned for Giving Tuesday, emails and other things that'll be coming out. But really the point of the holiday is gratitude. It's actually a way of calling back to Thanksgiving. Giving back to things that have given to you is a great kind of virtuous loop that we try to encourage with Giving Tuesday.
If people are interested or just want a little more information about how they can help and support us here at the college, the podcast network specifically is, of course, helped by donations and people who are supportive of our efforts.
Listener supported, Scott.
That's right.
Yep.
Is there a particular good place for them to look?
Yes. If you're interested in giving to the college on Giving Tuesday, the best place for you to go to do that would be hillsdale.edu/givetuesday. That's hillsdale.edu/give, Give, Tuesday, Tuesday. There you'll find our special Giving Tuesday page, and you'll have a chance to make a special Giving Tuesday gift. We actually have a special for people who are supporting the college for the first time. People who give for the first time to Hillsdale College will have their donation matched dollar for dollar up to $25,000. And it was a group of dedicated Hillsdale supporters who decided to help put this money up and use it as a way to encourage people to make their first gift to the college. So if you're listening to my voice right now, if you love the content on the podcast network or you're an online courses student, but you've never supported the college financially, what I'd ask for you to do is go to hillsdale.edu/givetuesday and go ahead and make your first gift to the college. We would be so grateful for your trust in us, for your support, and it would help give you a little bit of a skin in the game. As we were talking earlier, people who give to the college are investing that trust in us, but we also, in a very real way, put a lot of trust and respect on people who do give to us because it matters so much to us.
Yep.
So again, that's hillsdale.edu/givetuesday. I hope if you're listening to this, you'll take advantage of that and make your first gift to the college today.
Hillsdale.edu/givetuesday is the address. Hillsdale.edu/givetuesday.
You sound so much better saying it than I do, Scott. I mean, you're a true pro.
I've been doing it for a while.
That's true.
That's
true.
Since before there were URLs, I was actually doing stuff like
Probably
this.
phone numbers and things, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Hillsdale.edu/givetuesday. We hope everyone listening had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hope you spent it with family and loved ones. It is the beginning of the end-of-year holiday season when time will fly. You'll have many good times, and we hope you make Hillsdale a part of that at hillsdale.edu/givetuesday.
Yep, and Scott, thanks again for having me on the show. I really appreciate the chance to talk to your listeners. You'll be getting emails from me if you're a supporter of the college or if you're connected to the college. And, those are designed to help you get to know the college a little bit better and encourage you in learning from us and supporting us. We can't do what we do without your help, and we take your trust in us very seriously. So thanks again for that.
Bill Gray, Chief Marketing Officer at Hillsdale College. Again, that website is hillsdale.edu/givetuesday. If you remember Hillsdale College, we invite you to on Giving Tuesday. Bill, thanks so much for joining us here on the Radio Free Hillsdale Hour.
You're welcome, Scott. My pleasure.
And that is it for this brief edition of the Radio Free Hillsdale Hour. Our thanks to Bill Gray. You can spend some of Thanksgiving listening to older episodes of this program by heading to the Hillsdale College Podcast Network. That's podcast.hillsdale.edu or wherever you get your audio. Until next week, happy Thanksgiving. I'm Scot Bertram, and this has been the Radio Free Hillsdale Hour.